In the last 24 hours, a lot of things have happened here in Sacramento around me that has brought reality right here in my face. And I'm thinking about what happened in the 30s. And my grandmother talking to me, and I'm not listening to this because I was a young kid and I could not see what she was saying. But, my grandmother and people of her age group sustained themselves without the support of the government because the economy collapsed on them. See, in their lifetime, the government economy collapsed and there was no money and people had no food, people were homeless. So it happened before. And from the Great Depression of the 30s to the early 2000s and late 1990s, we went from that to great wealth and Mercedes-Benz and beautiful cars and homes, and we did very well. So you can't survive a collapse in our economy. That's not the issue because it has happened before more than once to Americans. But I remember what she told me, and it was, she said, look at what I'm doing. She had a beautiful home in the country. It was a beautiful home, but it was in the country. And she grew her vegetables. And it wasn't this huge farm. She only had about 4 acres. And she grew about an acre worth of vegetables. And we always had our summer crops, our winter crops. She also had some cows. And she had some pigs. And chickens. And we had eggs and then bacon. So she only went to the store or to town to pay her bills, which were not very much. And she also worked in the city. And she didn't make a lot of money, but she didn't need a lot of money either. So I hope everyone is kind of getting my gist about what I'm saying here. Is that, we can survive this because it obviously seems like this is where we're going to go. We're going to have some type of collapse before things get better. And to survive this, you need to understand how to survive. So sit down, people. Sit down with your family and figure out how you will survive this. Please do not die in these concrete jungles of America. The big cities are not the place to survive an economic collapse. And I'm going to show you here in just a second some things that happened in Sacramento which has made me think over the last 24 hours that surviving in a concrete jungle is not a good option.
Former Sacramento King Kevin Martin's home is for sale, a short sale. He's behind on payments and hopes to sell his luxury home for a bargain price. KCRA 3's Walt Gray on what happens during a short sale.
This luxury 5,000 square foot, 4-bedroom, 4-bath home with a 3-car garage on Clubhouse Drive in Rockland is for sale for $1.1 million. The owner, Kevin Martin, whose place of business is now Houston, Texas. Martin bought this home 3 years ago for $1.9 million, so like many, he's underwater. His water is pretty deep, $800,000. Martin stopped making his mortgage payments in June, and he's about $45,000 behind, hence a short sale to effectively dump it.
We have this new tonight. We're just learning that a fire engine was stolen in Sacramento.
And the person allegedly behind the theft has been caught. The Night Team's Danielle Lee is live with how the engine was damaged. Danielle?
Adrian, that engine was damaged because the suspect who stole it actually drove it with the emergency brake on. It's now parked inside this lot awaiting repairs. Earlier,
taxi driver shot and killed in Sacramento this morning while responding to a pickup call. It's a crime that's left many in that neighborhood shocked.
What kind of world do we want to live in? Chaos, anarchy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Walt Gray. A $16,000 reward now being offered in connection with this crime. Happened just after 3 on Hillsdale Boulevard and Madison Avenue. KCRA 3's Mike DeSalle joins us live with what investigators are saying right now.
Yeah, well, we are right outside the Hillsdale Village. This is where this happened, and the investigators have cleared the scene here, but they still do not have an explanation for what appears to be the killing of an unsuspecting cab driver, a father who apparently was just doing his job.
I couldn't help but know your pain. My pain? It runs deep. Share it with me.